In this episode of Single Variable Madness, we have to solve the cube root of 2 minus x plus the square root of x minus 1 equals 1. So when we have this single variable equation here and there are a bunch of roots and stuff, maybe the best thing to do would be to introduce new variables to clean it up a bit. So how about we set the cube root of 2 minus x equal to, put it over here, a. And we'll set the square root of x minus 1 as b. So we have a plus b equals 1. And now let's just give the roots by having a cubed equaling 2 minus x and b squared equaling x minus 1. So we have this. So now we have the equations a plus b equals 1, as we can see from this equation, as well as a cubed, I'll write over here, a cubed plus b squared. Well, a cubed is 2 minus x and b squared is x minus 1. When you add these two together, you get 2 minus x plus x minus 1. That's just equal also to 1. Now let's just do some substitution. Let's set b equal to 1 minus a, and let's plug this back into here. I didn't set a equal to 1 minus b because then we'd have to plug something into the a over here, then we'd have to cube it, then it would get a little bit messy. But at least with the b equals 1 minus a, we'll only plug it into the squared variable right here. So therefore, this equation becomes a cubed plus b equals 1 minus a, so 1 minus a squared equals 1. Now let's FOIL this out to get a cubed, again, still, this term right here, plus 1 minus 2a plus a squared, and that equals 1. Ones cancel out, and now you are left with, let's factor out an a from all these terms. You have a times a squared from here, and let's take the a from here again, from here instead of here, just to have it go from descending powers, plus a minus 2. Sorry, that's an a, not a 9. Okay, and that's equal to 0. Well, now it's pretty obvious that a equals 0 is one solution in this equation right here. Not for the original equation, but for this equation, a equals 0. And how about here, a squared plus a minus 2 equals 0? Well, that's just a simple quadratic. Let's see, a squared plus a minus 2 equals 0. You can factor it as a plus 2 and a minus 1 equals 0 to get, I'll write over here, a equals negative 2 and a equals 1 from these two terms, from these two parentheses right here. So we have our a values, but what we really want is our x values right here. So let's just go back to the equation, to what we set a as. A equals the cube root of 2 minus x. So let's just plug in all the values of a again and again and again to get our 3 values for x. For a equals 0, you have 0 equals the cube root of 2 minus x. Take the power of 3 on both sides, add x, and then you get x equals 2. And how about a equals negative 2? Negative 2 equals the cube root of 2 minus x. Let's see, cube both sides, you have negative 8 over here, and you have 2 minus x over here. Add x over to the other side, and then add 2 to both sides, add 8 to both sides, and then you'll get x equals 10. And finally, with a equaling 1, we'll have 1 equals the cube root of 2 minus x. Cube both sides, you have 1 equals 2 minus x, therefore x equals 1. And here we have our 3 solutions for the original equation, the cube root of 2 minus x plus the square root of x minus 1 equals 1, and that is x equals 2, 10, and 1. And we are done.